Yo, 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 Chopping It Up Chicago family. Welcome to another episode of Chopping It Up Chicago with Big Bro and Butterscotch Kisses. I am your host.
Hey,
It's me, Big Bro.
and it's me, BK. Hey, how you guys doing? We're so happy to be back.
Yes, yes. Today
Yes.
we have a very special guest, someone who's near and dear to
Hmm.
my heart. I've known her since, y'all not gonna get this, but since she had a yellow tag at Six Flags Great America, that meant that you were 15 years old, I believe. In order to work, you have to have a worker's permit. But
Wow.
before we get into our lovely guest, Meagan McNeal is her name. Some of you guys might know who she is. She was on TV. She's famous. We know
Ooh, famous people. That's right. Yes, God, won't he
her.
will.
But before we get into that, y'all gonna have to check out the intro. All right,
Yeah.
BK. We
Yes.
have the lovely Meagan McNeal. Now, a little backstory.
Hmm.
She's been singing for as long as I can remember. I think she was like singing in the ultrasound, right?
All right.
She had them chops. You dig? She's been on The Voice. She actually was
Wow.
on Team Jennifer for Jennifer Hudson.
Hey, J
That,
Hud, Chicago's own.
yeah, that's two Southside Chicago
That's
girls
right.
rocking it out
That's
on
right.
national TV. And before we bring her out, Miss Meagan McNeil, we're going to check out a quick video.
Do, ladies and gentlemen, coming up from Meagan McNeal! I gave you all the love I gave you more than I give.
You
You better
see
hit
that?
those high notes. You
And
better sing.
that was just like a snippet. Like BK can attest to how long it took me to put that video together because I wanted to do a longer one, but
Yes.
I had to edit it and edit it and edit it. So if you guys want to see her live, we're gonna talk about that. So Chopping It Up Chicago family, y'all give it up for Meagan
Bow, bow,
McNeil.
bow.
Hey girl.
Hey, thank
Welcome
y'all
to the
so much.
show.
Thank you. Listen, big bro, you took me back with that yellow tag. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, them hot long summer days at Six Flags Great
Oh
America,
my goodness. Hot,
push,
long, sticky.
pushing
Woo.
expensive slushies and snow cones.
Yes.
Man.
I still try to keep up with the Pavonis too. For every once in a while, I pop out to Simply Slices.
Same. Yeah, I just saw Debbie not too long ago. But my goodness, if we didn't learn work ethic there, where did we learn it?
Listen, these kids today don't know nothing about it. They don't know nothing about it. All right. So Meagan McNeil, our audience was able to hear a little snippet of what it is that you do. Tell us a little bit more about yourself. Who are you? What you all about?
You know, that is still unraveling. As Michelle Obama said in her book, Becoming, like Megan McNeil is I'm still becoming and
Mm.
learning new things about myself. But to this point, and I kind of said this at the show that we saw the snippet from, I am the product of so many people's love, intentionality, and investment. I'm
Mm.
a mom, I'm a daughter, granddaughter, sister, friend, mentee, mentor. Um, but most of all, I'm just like a free spirit, open soul that's just learning as much as I can in this thing that we call life.
Yes, ma'am.
See, I can tell that you are definitely an artist and a performer. Like, there's a difference between people who can sing and people who are artists, right? So, the way that you feel music, the way that you talk is like poetry. And so
Mhm.
I mean, gave me chills. I'm like, okay, Miss Ma'am. All right, I see you. I see you. And I
Th-
also see these lovely frames. Like, I love your whole look. Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
you better slay.
I,
Hallelujah, what he will.
So
yeah.
we heard that you performed your first paid gig back in 2008.
Mm.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah. So August 18th, 2008, I'll never forget the date because some friends of mine, well, we were all hanging out in the living room. And my friend said, "Oh, yeah, I used to play piano in high school." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I used to sing in the church choir. And then another friend said, "Oh, well, I'll play drums." I said, "Do we have a band? We should put together a show, just like messing around." And another friend of mine owned or started a nonprofit. So they hosted little things every now and again. They say, "You should do a show there." So we put together, I don't even remember what songs that we did at this point, but it was called Sentimental Soul Sessions. And
Okay.
Hey.
we all got together, we did this show, and we sold tickets. I think they were like $5. And people came out to the show and paid their $5. And I think we made $75 between all of us. And I was like, hold up, we can make money doing this? Like, because we were just hanging out in the living room anyway, we'd have done this for free.
Mm.
And in college, $75 wasn't nothing to sneeze at. Everybody can give a little something out the calf. And so I was just like, oh man, I want to do this. But it was also my friend Michelle, Dr. Michelle Johnson, who at the same time that we were doing that show was teaching me about a passion driven economy, where her belief is that if you're doing what you are passionate about and you can create income from it, then you never work, right? Like if everybody did what they are really, really good at, like part of their purpose and all that, that there's a way to make that work. And I said, well,
Mm.
if I can buy into that, sign me up because this never feels like work. I sometimes forget that I get paid to do this, and you get the check. You're like, oh yes, thank you. You know.
Well, piggybacking off of that, saying that if you are doing what you love, then it never really feels like you're working. Is music the only thing that you love? Is that all that you do?
No, no, no. And I was just talking to a friend recently about this. In college, I think is when I decided that, and this might be unpopular, but music is not my passion. My passion,
Mhm.
music is the vehicle, right? Like music is my gift. I never studied it. It's just something that I think just being submerged in it when I was younger, and however this happens, it just happens. But people and like humanity is my passion. So
Mm.
um I do so many things, mostly in the arts. So just different creative projects, dabble in some graphic design, dabble in some consulting and booking and things like that. But really, all of it is people oriented and like solving problems creatively. Mhm.
Once again, like I said, you're an artist. Like we could see it. We could see it.
Just
I
well rounded.
right, right. Why or I should say, what do you mean when you say people are your passion? Is it that you are trying to encourage people? Is it that you're trying to show them that they can have a brighter day? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, you know what? I think if I had to sum it up, it would be to meet myself and people wherever we are, right? So if it
Mhm.
meant that you needed encouragement, then if I could provide encouragement, then I'd love to provide the encouragement. If you need accountability and I can provide accountability, then I would love to provide accountability. That can come, you know, sometimes when I hear my favorite songs or some of my favorite songs, I'm like, okay, I need to get back on it. Like, there's a song called Encourage Yourself. And it's like, you know what? You're right. That's on me to do. I need to encourage myself. I can't sit and wait for anybody to put the gas up under me. Songs can be chastising, they can be inspirational, they can be so many different things. And so um, I would say to meet myself and to meet people wherever we are is what I'm trying to do.
That's dope.
That's
I mean,
beautiful, yeah.
when we so we recently performed at the City Winery, and my wife, myself, and a couple of our homies, we came out to check you out, and you sang songs from all over, from the '60s, the '70s, from different artists. You even sang a French song, which I thought was super talented. Like, I can only say "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir." That's about as far as my French goes, and we leave.
Whatever.
But but you sang an entire song in French. That's dope. That's really dope. But you also took us to church. You took us to church at a place where we were sitting around sipping wine, eating food, and next thing you know, one of the seasoned saints came out there and just took us, and just the Holy Ghost. You can feel it though, like for real. Like, even
Mhm.
though we were there to see Meagan McNeal, God was like, "Hey, I'm here too." Tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, you are so clutch for asking me this because anybody, I could talk about this all day, every day. I have been in such a period of transition and
Mhm.
change that it has felt like I've been tossed to and fro, and I'm just like, oh, come on, I'm exhausted. Like
Mm.
it's gotta be done, you know. And I was sitting with that and just really trying to, like I said, meet myself where I am and like make sense of what is all this change. That's personally, and then globally, we're experiencing so much change. And so, again, sometimes how I relate to life experiences is through songs. And so, that song, Everything Must Change, came to me, and the lyrics are so beautiful. Um, and so I was sitting with that, like, okay, I'm definitely going to do this song because I think I want to speak to the idea that so many things are changing. Nothing stays the same because that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. And then he says, there are not many things in life you can be sure of except rain comes from the clouds, sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. Right. And nature always inspires me because nature, like the mountains, were here long before we got here, and the mountains will most likely be here long after we're gone. Like those things are seemingly everlasting. So anyway, um, I was thinking about the idea of change and how afraid of it I was before, but I'm coming into this acceptance of everything must change. And then it just deposited or downloaded into my spirit that when I was a little girl, I used to sit in church and listen to this woman sing in our mass choir, like our sanctuary choir. And she would always sing this song. I thought it was called Wonderful Change. But since, being a professional now, you have to like actually learn song titles. It's called Changed by Tremaine Hawkins.
Hold on. Now, black people don't gotta know the real name of
I know.
songs.
I know.
That's in our DNA to just
Right.
say
Just
one
say
of the
what
good
we
words.
say. So, blacknically speaking, is called Wonderful Change. Yeah, it's changed, right? And so I said, "Oh my gosh, what if I can reach out to her to see if she can come and sing the transition from everything must change to a wonderful change? Because it don't have to be
Mm.
bad." And she agreed to it. And if the 9-year-old little girl in me was not sitting in City Winery sobbing, my goodness.
Wow.
Um, it was so powerful. She has such a light and such an amazing voice and gift, but her spirit combined with the nostalgia of understanding where I came from, um, and where it led me to was just so overwhelming. I think everybody really benefited, not even enjoyed, because I don't want to like water it down by saying enjoyed, but I think it was valuable for everybody to experience that.
That is just wow, like so many feels. I think what one of the things that I love about music so much is that it does minister to your heart and to your soul. So whether you're going through a tough time or whether you're doing something afraid, like your hat says, you know, to be able to have that quiet time, to be able to sit and just listen to something that can transport you to a different place. And like this did for you, just listening to somebody else also just made you, go back to how you were when you were 9 years old. It's a magical thing, you know?
Mhm.
Now, we've been talking about you singing, and I'm pretty sure that we kind of want to hear you sing.
We're gonna we're gonna play a song first.
Yeah.
We're gonna play one of your songs so our Choppin It Up Chicago family can hear
Yes.
is that Meagan McNeal has to offer, and then we're gonna come back on the other side of the song, ask you a few more questions, and let you get back because you got two young boys, right? We don't want to hold you hostage too much longer.
I mean, she thinks this is probably a vacation, you know.
Y'all stay up in here. Y'all shut up. I'm gonna be busy for the next 20 minutes.
They don't listen to that. Those are days of old. These kids just, my God.
All right, so we're gonna check out one of my favorite songs. We've played it on Chopping It Up Chicago before, back when we were in the radio studio. And when you performed this live, like, oh my God, like she had to hold the microphone like down here
Oh,
because
because you're belting so
she hit some
wow.
ranges that was just like, oh my goodness, wow. So we're gonna
You
check
hear
out
this?
Roses on Chopping It Up Chicago. We're gonna check out Roses.
Don't save your sorries for the last goodbye. Let's give our roses while we're here. In those moments where we're most afraid, so paralyzed by our fears. But what if the sun didn't split the night sky? And what if the moon didn't call the tide?
Man,
Why are you trying to make people cry? Like, I have stuff to do. I have an interview to conduct. Like, ugh, ugh.
jeez. That is
And
such a beautiful song right there.
Thank you.
I mean,
yes,
like when even the words, right? What if the flowers didn't have the courage to bloom? Like, can you imagine a cowardly flower? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
ain't with that.
that
Yeah.
sounds
You know,
like a
that's
kid's book title, The Cowardly Flower.
Okay. Mm, that's good.
right.
Okay, so first of all, yes, yes, we want to give you all your flowers because you're amazing.
Thank
What
you.
is so interesting is I love interviewing people and just seeing how they, if they're high energy, low energy, be like, you're so chill and you speak with such conviction and beauty and elegance. And then we hear you just belt out. And I can see this, like, if it was on stage, I understand why that mic was down here, where it's just like, don't blow it out, don't blow it out, but like really express. Did you write those lyrics or was it co written or how did that come about?
So I wrote the majority of it, and then I asked a friend of mine to come in and help me like clean up some
Mm,
words. And one lyric in particular, she I was just like, of course, this makes sense because you're a poet. What if the wind second guessed its tune?
mm.
And I was like, we're definitely going with that. Um, but for the most part, it was already written. And if I may, I'll just tell you the backstory of the song because it took years and years and years and years for us to record it and release it. But there was a girl who was friends with a lot of mutual friends. I didn't know her personally, but when you're on social media and a lot of the people that know a particular person, it
Mhm.
comes across your feed. She was young and she went into the ER for just some like minor chest pains. It was, something where she just thought, great, I'm gonna go get this checked out and be out. And she did not come out of the ER. And um so 30 something something now. I think this maybe she was 30 or something, very young. And it just made me feel like, bro, what the heck? Like what are we doing? What um and mainly me, right? Again, because I don't ever want the music to come off preachy. So I'm not even really talking to anybody else. I'm talking to myself. And if what I'm
Right.
saying to myself resonates with you, great. But I'm not preaching to anybody. And for me, it was like, girl, don't save your sorries for all these, I wish I had done this, all the shoulda, woulda, couldas. Like, we don't need to say that or save that for our last, all right, I'm gonna get up out of here. Like, let's give our roses. Let me tell the people I love that I love them while they can hear me say it.
Yeah.
Um, and also let me give myself the things that I go to sleep thinking about or wake up thinking about. I feel are directly connected to my purpose on the planet. So I don't have time to be sitting around scared all the time, like, oh, I better not do this. I better not do that. What if I don't have money for that? Or what if I am not attractive enough for that? Or if I'm not good enough for this or that, or blah, blah. It's like all that mind chatter is just like, shut up. And that's why I created this line called Do It Afraid. Because I'm talking to myself. Like, girl, get up and do it. If you're scared, it don't matter. Do it anyway. I just had to like tweak my relationship with fear. Um,
Wow.
and so
Well, you just gave a word. Okay. Yes, yes.
Wow. So we have to talk about season 13 of The Voice,
Yes.
where you had me glued to my TV and I was salty when you didn't make it past a
I
certain
know.
round. I'm like, they cheated. You know, that's I grew up in that era where if things don't go my way, they cheated. So tell us about season 13 and working with Jennifer Hudson.
The voice was an incredible opportunity. I'm so glad that I did it. I have zero regrets. I learned a ton about. I've got this mantra that I live by that I try to teach my kids: win or learn, never lose. I don't lose. I just learn. I learned a lot about what I like. I learned a lot about what I don't like. All in all, I took everything from that experience, um, and it was a good thing for me. I don't even have regrets about not making it further. Because when I got eliminated, I remember feeling um disappointed but not devastated. I
Mm.
felt like, oh, that sucks. But I wasn't like, "Oh, Lord, I can't believe." It just didn't feel like that at all. It was like, "Oh, man, thank y'all so much for this opportunity." Um, there was just like a peace that I had about it, and, a peace that even my ego couldn't get in front of. It was just like,
Oh, that's
"Oh, it's all good." Um, and so then I came home in September 16th. So I think I came home at the beginning of September, and then September 16th, my grandmother passed away. And my grandmother meant, I mean, she's the whole reason I went to The Voice anyway, because we would watch The Voice together, and I would think, dang, it'd be cool if she could see me on there, and you know what I'm saying? Um, and so then it was like, oh yeah, because Lord knows I would have broke every contract known to man. Uh, like y'all, I'm out.
Yeah.
yeah.
So um, before I went to The Voice, I was working for a wonderful woman, and it was great. But I had to make the tough decision to walk away from that to pursue the opportunity. And I've been self-employed ever since I got back from The Voice. So it was just like, oh, thank you, Lord. Because that's what I wanted, to have more flexibility, to be present for. At the time, I only had one son. But he'd be like, I want to go, Mom, can you go on my field trip? But I couldn't go because I'm working all the time. And The Voice opened up the doors for me to be self-employed and flexible and allow my career to expand into so many different things. And so no regrets.
Wow. How was it when you were picked and just being able to be coached by J Hud and the fact that, she's from Chicago, she seems like she's a really sweet person. Do you guys still keep in contact or how did all that go?
She was wonderful. I have nothing bad to say about Jennifer. She was informative. She shared a lot of gems with me. Um, And every now and again we keep in touch. I'll reach out on Happy Mother's Day, Happy Birthday, or whatever. Um, and she got my son his first hoverboard, which was almost broke my neck on that thing a couple of times, but
I refuse to try. I'm good.
I got it
It
down
don't
after.
it don't even hover.
I
Stop.
know I got it down after. A while, but she's just very generous, very kind, uh, certainly a diva, but in every good sense of the way.
Mhm.
That's good. All right, so we're coming toward the end. I hate to cut it off. We're enjoying conversing with you so much, chopping it up Chicago with Big Bro and Butterscotch Kisses. We got Songbird, Chicago's very own Southside, Meagan McNeal, in the building with us. Hit us with websites, how we can reach you, what merch you have, any bookings, so on and so forth. Also, you've been very busy. Like, not only did you just blow down the city winery, which y'all need to go to the city winery. They have a lot of events
Mhm.
there. You also were involved with the second annual Pullman Arts and Cultural Festival this past weekend. So tell us, all that stuff before you get up out of here.
Okay. Everything is Meagan McNeal. That's Megan with an A. MEAGANMCNEAL on everything. Instagram, Facebook, Black Planet. If you got a black, no, I'm just kidding.
Ooh! Not Black Planet.
Uh, um, we did do the second annual Pullman Arts and Culture Festival. That was great. When I moved to this neighborhood, I had a vision like, how cool would it be to have world class music on 112th and Cottage Grove, which is like unheard of. I ain't never heard of it. Maybe they had it before my time, but since I've been alive, it ain't happened.
Right.
Um, and the D. Alexanders of the world, or Sam Thousand, or Dwayne Powell, just bringing it further south because I love Hyde Park and I love North and I love all of Chicago, but you don't have to be in those places to experience the culture and the richness of music that Chicago has to offer. And so we were able to be funded through DCASE, which I'm so glad about, and we got the funding for a second year. If we get the funding for a third year and fourth, we're going to do it for a third and fourth, and however long they fund it. Um, but yeah, that was really whew, it's a 2 day festival. We were there from 12 to 8 both days.
Wow.
The day after City Winery. Talk about exhausted, but we made it. um I do have merch. I've got these lovely hats. I'm not wearing the Meagan McNeal merch or the Do It Afraid merch, but everything can be found if you DM me on Instagram, or soon it'll be up um, on my website, meganmcneal.com.
Perfect.
Now um, one of the foundations of our friendship, and I'm glad to still be in contact with you after 20 years.
I know.
Um, but when it started, we would be riding in the back of a little van all the way to Six Flags from Crest, what is it, Crestwood,
That's
and
what.
me and Isaiah, my big brother, we would beg you to sing one song. Do you remember the song we asked you to sing for us?
Lord, I don't.
That's what I told the storm.
Oh my gosh. Is that
Yes,
what
we were
you
asking.
said?
I'm asking you to sing that tonight. I got to hear that one time
Do
from
you know
Megan
the
McNeil.
song?
Just the first verse. You know it. The Lord gonna give you the lyrics. You
You're
already
right. The Lord sure is. And Lord, don't fail me, okay? You never failed me yet. You won't fail me now. All right. Even though your winds blow, I want you to know you cause me no alarm, 'cause I'm safe in his arms. Even though your rain falls, I can still make this cause. Let there be peace. Now I can say, go away. I command you to move today because of faith. I have a brand new day. The sun will shine, and I will be okay. And that's what I told the storm.
I told
Told
the storm.
the storm. Oh,
Amen.
You better sing. You
Hey,
better
Choppin
sing.
It Up Chicago family.
my
This
God.
is by far one of my favorite interviews that we've done to date. Megan McNeil, we appreciate you for
So
chopping
much.
it up with us. This is what our show embodies, that's showcasing Chicago. You talked about the Pullman area. I grew up out there as well in the hundreds. People scared of the hundreds, but it's good that
Yeah.
you are bringing, shining a brighter light on some of the positive things that take place in the Roseland, West Pullman area. Shout out to you. You got something coming up, right? In like a week or two at City Winery.
Oh, tomorrow with opening for Candace of Real Housewives of Potomac. I think
Okay.
I'm saying that right.
Well,
Okay.
by the time this is out, it's gonna be already done happening. But we're excited to, you're gonna be at the City Winery again. I know this isn't the first time that you've been there, so you guys be on the lookout for Megan McNeil touring throughout Chicago, just doing things throughout Chicago. Hey, and shout out to your band, by the
Thank
way.
you.
Them
Thanks.
dudes is man, bongos, dude, man, the guitarists, the bassists, everybody do their thing too. So if you guys love live music, if you guys love a vocal artist that has range, y'all check out Megan McNeil, you guys.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys. so much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate that. BK, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, and you are welcome back to come to the show anytime, definitely.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you so much.
ma'am. And y'all
Big bro,
already
you
know.
know I love you.
I love you
Tell
too,
her
of course.
I said, hey.
All the time, all day, all day. Now y'all know where to find us. Chopping It Up Chicago on Instagram. Big Bro Chopping It Up Chicago on TikTok. BK has a vlog that you guys got to check out. She just got back from Maui, Wowie with her husband. So y'all check out Butterscotch Kisses on YouTube, of course, and check us out on YouTube as well.
Yes.
Chopping It Up Chicago, Facebook, Instagram, all of it.
All the
But
handles. That's where we are.
yes,
Everywhere.
peace out on Big Bro.
I'm VK.
And I'm Meagan
Bye.
McNeal.
Yes, you are. See you guys next time. Bye.